Hey everybody, I'm Beelzebub. Welcome to my channel. We're doing it live. Um, so you may have seen the poll that I posted. Hang on, let me actually bring it up. Oh yeah. So profile on Twitter. Okay. And present. Share screen. Any moment now. Here we go. This shall I go live tonight? 60-40. Well, let's take another look here. Hang on, because I went further. I think. Actually, I know I went further. Where is it? Hang on. Let me bring it up momentarily. Okay. Well, I made the real point is that I made a Vox Populi Vox Dei joke at Elon Musk's expense because people who post that kind of shit are never serious. Because the voice of the people are not the voice of God. There is no God. But I retweeted that, reminding everyone that there's only 10 minutes left on the poll. And the whole Vox Populi, Vox Dei thing, I don't know what Elon said. Twitter for what, 2 months? And here we are already replacing him because he's proven himself to be an incompetent tool? Who'd have known? But the joke, yeah. I don't care that I lost the poll because it was rigged. That's all it is. It was rigged. And the simple fact is that I rigged it because I wanted to make a joke. There's worse things out there. But what am I drinking right now? I do not hear you asking. I recently covered this particular beer on my Casual Beer Drinkers TikTok, and will be at some point featuring it on my Casual Beer Drinker YouTube channel. It's Great Lakes, Ohio City, which is an oatmeal stout. Now, I'm not terribly fond of oatmeal myself. However, I love stouts. And I enjoy it. This for me is beer number 7. And fortunately, my usual kind of tone down self is up. Even if only a little. Yeah, I don't know. Hello, person watching. Would you kindly say hello in the chat so I know who I'm talking at? That'd be pretty cool. If you don't want to, that's still. So where I'm at, let me bring up the weather on my phone real quick because tonight's supposed to get bad, and I mean like real bad. There's Blizzard Elliott going on through the country, and fortunately, Ohio's not going to catch that. However, over there is a low probability of accumulation of 39%, and that's at 8 a.m. So technically it's not even at night, but it is expected to precipitate all night, and it's already below freezing. Well, right now it's roughly at freezing, but to go down by 2 a.m. it'll be 30 degrees, 5 degrees, 4, 18, 5, 12, 6, 7 degrees. By 10 a.m. it'll be -1 degrees where I live in Ohio. So hopefully, here, what's the matter? Hopefully we don't lose power. Because if we do, a couple of things are going to happen in very quick succession that I may just have to stay awake for to be totally safe and sure. We have a very small space, all of which need to be moved about 100 feet to ensure that they stay warm enough to survive. And I literally mean survive. I'm not fucking about when I say that. You know, because guinea pigs in the cages you see behind me and the various cats we have, a husky who likes eating cat poop. Tear. Stop that. There are a lot of animals to move. And because I'm the one that's awake, that's going to fall on me. Fortunately, we are, for the most part, organized for such a move. We have cat carriers, Tear, the husky, we can move easily enough. I mean, he's a husky. He's literally bred for cold weather. Unfortunately, he likes the snow. Don't you, Tear? Because I told him he can't eat cat shit. Yeah. So, makes me sad that so many people missed out on my Vox Populi Vox Day. Hang on just 1 second. I wanna invite someone. Maybe they will be amenable. This person will be amenable. I have yet to have them on my channel. I intend to sometime in January for an interview. This will sort of be an introduction to me if they come on, which I don't expect them to, again. But hey, you never know. some congressman suckling on Trump's micro dick. Any context whatsoever, but I just looked at Twitter and what's this congressman's name? Hang on, let me see if I can find it. Oh my god, cats are doing shit to each other. Hang on. Sorry about that. Hey, Atheist Edge, what's up? What you got going on? Shit, hold up. Okay, guests. Interestingly, one of the invites I sent out is to a Catholic friend of mine. So, Edge, that might keep your attention. I know you're about to go to bed, but all the same. I've had this dude on my channel twice now. He's actually a good person, despite being Catholic. Part of me, out of our, I don't know if repartee is the right word. I mean, yeah, no, repartee is like back and forth, I think. I'll toss out he's a good person for being Catholic. I'll toss out I'm a good person for being an atheist. Maybe shit like that. I don't know. But no, he engaged in now 2 open and honest with the harm the Catholic Church does to people. With me specifically. So he's a good dude. I find him trustworthy, at least so far. I've been given precisely no evidence to the contrary. And as far as I see, this does nothing to contradict. Having him on does nothing to contradict me saying that I'll never have the Catholic Church on my channel. Because I would be a progressive Catholic. Social justice, wanting to right the wrong. This is someone I see as being an honest person. So, yeah. And so far, I've only been on for 15 minutes. That's amazing. To Twitter right now. Okay. How many cats do I have? Too many. We had, well, it's not me. It's Comet, Cracker, Jasper. I think grand total around 12. 11 or 12. We have a lot. I literally can't name them all. There's too many to actually remember. But insofar as things that annoy me, hold up. Let me you're lucky, Edge, to only have two. Present, share screen. So here's something that annoys me. As soon as it loads. Yes, Trump flags obviously are going to be the Trump 20 whatever, the Nazi flag, the Confederate flag, and the Russian flag. But to say the Biden flag is the American flag, I guess is technically accurate. But if you think that a center-right person like Biden represents the actual cross-section of Americans, I think you're wrong. Medicare for all is something that's extremely popular. I'm not sure who made it, Edge, but John Cooper at John Cooper Tweets on Twitter at least shared it. There's a cat caterwauling. But I mean, yeah, Medicare for all is extremely popular with Americans. Reasonable gun legislation, which, I mean, shit. Even like Clinton's restriction on assault weapons, the assault weapon ban that Clinton implemented, is highly popular with the American people. Even within the NRA, reasonable gun legislation is popular. You know, I mean, just those two things disqualify Biden from being at the actual intersection of everyday Americans, by which I don't mean the extremes in this country. And unfortunately, the extremes does not include the left, which I'm part of. Because at every avenue, I am excluded by the mainstream Democrats being a leftist. I think that medical treatment should be free to people. I think it should be covered by taxes. I think education should be free, covered by taxes. I don't believe there should be billionaires at all. I barely think there should be millionaires. I actually don't even think there should be millionaires. At a certain point, your earnings, you get capped, everything else gets taxed, and you get a trophy saying you win capitalism. I know it's an old trope, but I don't care. Like, because capitalism is such a harmful thing, and like we live in an end stage capitalism state. I mean, we have people drinking water that is not safe to consume. People bathing in water that is not safe to bathe in, let alone consume. Like hungry people going without homes, and there are at minimum 10 homes available for every one person in this country. But since there's no money in making affordable homes, that's what doesn't get made. The reasonable intersection of America is to the left. Not the center, not the right, it's to the left. but corporate interests who actually pay the politicians. That's all that matters. Here, what is it, boy? Here, come. Come here. Hi. What's the matter? What's the matter? You soaking wet husky puppy. Hi. Hi. Everybody say hello to Tyr. He's soaking wet and he's super sad. And that's not okay. Do you want me to dry you off? I'll find a towel and I'll dry you off a little. I'll be right back, everybody. Here, come on. Here. Hey, come on, boy. Hey. This ought to be highly entertaining for everybody. Me trying to dry off a husky. Love pumps. All right. I'm sure he's dry enough. Towel soaked. PetSmart 1000. Hello, PetSmart 1000. How you doing? He is a wet puppy. And he's run away from me. That's what happens. Now, do you represent the PetSmart Corporation in any capacity? Because if you do, I have critiques of your company, and my fiance has more critiques. Let's just say does not end well for the corporation. But no, just a pet lover. Okay. I don't get me wrong. I mean, we've got 12 cats, 4 guinea pigs, a husky. My mother owns. Hang on. 5 cats, and we have a puppy on loan to her because there's just not enough space. We love pets. Goes without saying. All of our cats are rescues. Our dog is a rescue. The cats we rescued off the streets. The husky dog, who actually is 50% wolf, which is a fun fact. He was rescued by somebody else from an abusive situation. Fortuitously, he was he was abused. I mean, you know how huskies will do the thing. It took us a good 3 months to get him to trust us that we wouldn't hurt him for doing the husky thing. Edge, yes, we actually have one already. We've already set up a nonprofit. That's Unicorn Pet Snatchers. Obviously, I let Alex have total control of the name. But yeah, Tyr the husky. You know, he took 3 months to start talking, uh, in a manner of speaking. Because what would happen is he'd get hit anytime he started with his previous humans. Before he was in Ohio, it's not legally stealing if it's an abusive situation, which it was. So his original humans abused him. Then he was rescued. And now Alex and I are his forever home, which is awesome because we've gotten him to smile, which is something even the people who rescued him didn't get to see. He smiles, he talks as huskies are wont to do. Here, come here, boy. Here. Oh, no. Okay. I can't get him up. He's he's on the bed and he's happy. So I can't make him move. I can, however, make myself move and grab another beer. Yes, some people, I absolutely agree. Yeah, Tyr, he's a really good boy. Oh my god, the camera is so fucked. Hang on. Yeah, Tyr, he's a very sweet puppy. Because he's half wolf, he's not really good with smaller animals. So anytime we leave where we're at, we have to put him in a kennel. Fortunately, he likes the kennel. Apparently, that's a thing with huskies. They like confined spaces. So he spends about half of his day in the kennel. And the door is wide open. He just walks in and lays down. Which is not something I've ever seen a dog do before this. I mean, for the most part, my family has had chocolate labs, which today remains my favorite breed. I love them. But I mean, Tyr, he's a good boy. I'm glad we have him. When we met up with his rescuers, he was so skinny. I mean, he's still skinny. I mean, his head is disproportionately sized to the rest of his body. Um, I have to go to the bathroom real quick. Give me just a minute. Sorry it was gone so long. But these things happen. So I am hoping to get other people in here soon. Let's find out. Because some of it is dependent on purple rhymes with orange. Yep. Nope. She's still on. It's okay. Yeah. Yeah, no. Tyr, he's a really sweet puppy. He's just kind of an idiot. He he doesn't understand boundaries, and I think that's something that kind of goes with huskies and Malamutes. He's I think somewhere in the ballpark of 25-25 husky and Malamute, and the rest is wolf. So here, hey. Fortunately, he actually plays with one of the kittens. And hilariously, this kitten kind of has dominance over him. Which, yeah, huskies are goofballs. 100%, they're goofballs. And Tyr, he absolutely meets the stereotype. The only thing I have to say is his aggression towards things that are smaller than him. Hey, Dave, how's it going? He, oh, Dave, let me send you a thing. Hold up. 1 second. Give me just a second, and I'll figure this out. All right, if you check your Twitter, you will find an invite to talk. But yeah, no, he's a good boy. He unfortunately he's responsible for the RIP of 3 baby kittens. But I don't believe for even a single second he understands that it's wrong, at least according to the human perspective. To him, he was just trying to get food because they're prey to him. What do you think, Tyr? Hey, say hello. Yeah, I mean, it's a big oops to us, but again, he was being half full. He was probably just after food. So we never punished him for it. Because how do you. Oh, no. PetSmart, he is absolutely beautiful. The problem is that he knows he is, don't you? Yeah, you do. Yeah, he's a good boy. My fiance is trying to train him to be a service dog because they're autistic, have cancer. I mean, those two enough. Those two aren't more than enough to warrant a service puppy. But being a husky, he is borderline untrainable, aren't you? Yeah, you're a strong-willed boy, as you are. Uh, so, little joke that we have about him. Here, come here, come here. Look this way. You may notice on his head got a little ball, wee wee, and a ball. So I personally like to call him Wee Wee Head. Actually, Boner Head is my nickname for him because it looks like he's got a cock and balls on his head. But he's a handsome puppy. He really is. Here, get your point. A pup. Here, a pup. I've got this trick that I've had with generations of dogs before. I'll say up pup, and that means to get up. Okay, he's up. He is now snuggling with his plant, which is what he should be doing because he's meant to be a service puppy. And I know what you mean, PetSmart, but I can't help it. It's not my fault that he's got a cock and balls on his head. So we call him Boner Head. My sister calls him Wee Wee Head. Yeah, no, he is a gorgeous puppy and always will be. Part of me thinks he's going to have to be rehomed at some point because we will always only have so much space. And I don't know if we'll be able to accommodate a husky Malamute wolf. You know, there's just so much energy that goes into all three of those breeds. Hello, Maya. How you doing? Would you like an invitation to join? Because I could use someone to really talk to. Hey, Scarlett, would you like an invitation also? I will happily have banter with more people than just the chat. I will continue to speak with chat. It's just easier to, speak face to face, even if it's just online. Heat Shield, you seem familiar. I just can't place you. Hey, Perp, how's it going, girl?
Hey.
Oh, we were just talking about how pretty Tyr is.
Huh?
We were just talking about how pretty Tyr is.
How pretty who is?
Tear, the husky dog that we have.
Oh. Oh, yeah, your puppy. I love sled dogs.
Yeah, he's a good boy. Heat Shield is a hateful troll. Okay.
Oh?
I don't know. Someone who called me homie in the chat. Maya, I believe I have you on Twitter. Hang on a second. Yeah. Maya, can we follow each other? Give me just a second. I'll send you invite link. Oh, kidding, kinda. I know nothing of Heat Shield. This is the first I'm seeing them. So 1 second. Copy.
Okay, I actually have known Heat Shield for several years. I don't quite know what's going on right now.
I don't know. I mean, I personally am gonna protect my live stream. Hey, Dave, how's it going?
Howdy. Long time no see. Way too long. Way too long.
Well, not for lack of trying on either of our parts.
Yeah, we both had just a little bit going on.
Yeah.
Hey, Dave.
Who's that crazy purple person? You know I love you, Purple.
It's okay as long as you don't call me normal. I hate when people use that N-word around me.
You're one of those weird autistic people.
Yep.
For everybody in the audience, yes, we're both autistic.
Oh, shit. I didn't know Purple was autistic.
You didn't know that?
No.
Oh.
I tend not to pry into the state of people's mental health or anything like that. So
yeah,
like
it just comes up often enough when I'm in streams. I just kind of thought everybody knew by now.
Well, the funny thing is I discovered I was autistic last year, and now I come to find out that that like a lot of the people in our friend group are definitely on the spectrum. And I just had no idea. And I think a lot of people, including Purple, kind of thought I knew.
Actually, the funniest thing was that, I didn't get diagnosed actually until I was in my early 40s. But when I did and I started talking about it, within about 6 to 8 months after I got diagnosed, 3/4 of the people in my Lego got diagnosed. My Lego group got diagnosed.
Hey.
Uh-oh.
Purple Raid.
And actually, it was something that my late fiance had commented on, was that if they really wanted to do research on autism, all they really had to do was go to one of these toy collector conventions.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I think most of the people there are on the spectrum somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, by the way, Maya, if you would like in, I sent you a link in your Twitter. So
decided to pour myself half a glass of rum.
Do it. I got 4 more beers.
I'm out of beer. I'm on coffee now.
Oh, you don't want to mix those. Because you'll be drunk and wired. That's there he goes.
Yeah, coffee, alcoholic coffee.
Yeah.
Well, I'm still on the iced tea because I wasn't drinking on my stream, but whenever I get up, I'll probably pour a whiskey.
Mm.
Although That's all the way over in the kitchen, which is a good 25 feet from my chair. So I don't know.
Oh man. I don't know if I can't roll where I need to be.
Is it really worth it?
Yeah, I mean for alcohol or caffeine, sure. For munchies, okay. Anything else? Nah.
Yeah, I've got this little drawer unit next to my chair, and it's like, one drawer is all my medicine, one drawer is stationary supplies, and one drawer is all my snacks.
Hey Maya, how you doing?
Bunch of motherfuckers in here.
Hey,
Hi, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Awesome. All right, I can't stay very long. It's like 1 a.m. here, but I've never been on your stream, so I thought I'd show up and say hi.
Oh,
Are you in the streamathon going on this weekend?
I am not unless Purple makes a special slot for me, but then again, I
Special
didn't
slot.
ask. I mean, in Purple's defense, I've had a week to ask for a spot, and I just didn't
yeah.
because I don't know what.
There are still
Those
2
days.
open slots, but they're both on Saturday morning.
Saturday. What do you mean when you say morning?
It's a great question.
Yeah, I think it's
Purple
like
was
one
trying
of
to
them's
convince
at,
me that 6 a.m. on a Saturday morning was still a thing, and I was like, "Shut the fuck up."
yeah, I think they are like 6 and 8 a.m. my time on Saturday morning.
Saturday morning is about the only mornings I usually am awake for.
Yeah,
No,
Now, when
No.
you say
I refuse.
8 in the morning, do you mean Eastern time or
Central
some other
time.
Central?
Yep. So I guess it'd be 9 o'clock your time.
That's actually a lot more doable for me. I can have Alex wake me up. That won't be a problem for them. As
Purple,
long
I
as
just
you're
want-
okay with me being in sweats.
I can put you in for that one if you want.
Yeah, I'll work up a thumbnail for the live stream and
Oh, that's fine. I'm trying to figure out how to do thumbnails.
Well, you're
Okay.
usually shooting yourself from the chest up. So who knows if you've been wearing pants now?
I'm saying you're not supposed to stream and do pants. Oh, no, you're ruining it.
Yeah.
they're sweatpants, not real pants.
By the way, hi Maya. I don't think we've met. I'm Dave.
There are so many Daves here. Wait, what's your last? What's your last
You
name?
want a real kick in the
At
pants,
least you
Maya?
didn't say Jenny.
Yep.
My middle name is David.
Well,
Why wouldn't it
Oh,
actually, I've said that for our community,
be?
if
Mhm.
you don't know somebody's name, if they're female, assume it's Jen. If they're male, assume it's Dave, and you'll
I'm
be right at
saying.
least 1 in 3 times.
I mean, with Jen, we're talking more than 1 in 3 times. Because holy shit, there are a lot of Jens.
Yeah, I mean it's a 50-50 toss up. I'm saying.
Oh yeah, I have an uncle named Dave.
You know, I actually had the thought of playing on that with changing my name.
To Jen.
I was considering of changing my name to Janae Sequa.
I don't know about
like
that
it.
name changing thing. I took my wife's name. So
Nice.
now I'm David Pate instead of David Ledoux.
I don't think I've met you.
He
Or
used to
do
be
you have
under Compelled Unbeliever.
compelled unbeliever. Interesting.
Yeah, look up his YouTube. He's got some good stuff.
Okay.
Actually, to tell you the truth, I took my atheist stuff down off of that channel and then have been doing autistic things. I don't know if I'm going to put it back up or what I'm going to do with that.
See, I mean, here's the thing. Like, I'm kind of curious about the difference between YouTube and TikTok because Alex, my fiance, has gotten actual death threats
Oh my god.
because, like, because of some of their autistic content, calling out like Autism Speaks, groups like that want them dead.
Mm.
I'm
Or if you mention
curious.
ABA, people's heads explode, and you really get threats from that one. I know.
Oh holy
But I
shit!
mean,
I'm subscribed to you.
you're subscribed to me?
Well, of course to you. No,
Yeah. I was
compelled
going to say on
unbeliever.
Twitter, we're following each other. Come on, Maya. I thought you liked me.
No, I love you. I just I don't know why none of his videos ever come up in my feed. That's crazy.
I'm
That's
love.
YouTube for you.
To tell you the truth, TikTok is a very, very highly volatile community, and it's a very impulsive community. With YouTube, there tends to be a little bit deeper content, and there isn't the ability to just make a video to respond and basically talk smack.
It's like half of YouTube.
Well, of course, TikTok is impulsive. The whole concept of TikTok was it's YouTube for people who didn't have an attention span exceeding 2 minutes.
Right, and the most
I had to
successful
correct you,
videos.
Purple. 3 minutes.
Well, they
Yeah.
keep changing it. When it first came out, it was only 1 minute. They were 60-second videos.
And like my one viral video was about 5 seconds.
That I can't. Yeah, I can't even do the YouTube Shorts. I don't know if I can actually go to TikTok.
Oh,
I
the way
I
YouTube
refuse.
implemented the shorts is utter crap. It's worse than TikTok.
I
It
refuse to
is.
touch
It's like
those
a
shorts.
5-second video. Like I'll have to play it 3 times. I'm like, what did I just see?
I refuse to touch those shorts.
The
Yeah,
one
well,
good
not
thing
even
about
that. It's just if you play one of the shorts, it's like it sends my browser into a completely different mode. It reformats
Yeah.
the screen and everything.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
when I started doing TikTok videos, it really helped me with my stutter. I really learned how to get around my stutter because you have to talk really. You have to talk like Ben freaking Shapiro, okay, as fast as you possibly can.
Constantly 2.5 speed. Fuck that. I don't know how he does it. I don't know how Ben Shapiro makes an hour-long program talking like this.
Yeah.
I think it's all the hate. He just like builds it up all day and then just releases it all at once.
Well, I can't do
imagine living
TikTok.
with that much hate.
A lot of people do. Have you
I
seen an
grew up
episode of Tucker
Catholic. I was
Carlson?
a hateful bigot once upon a time. And I can't imagine that much hate. I can't do it.
Yeah, I know. It's like so much hate in such a tiny little guy.
I
Oh
don't
my
have the
God.
energy for that.
I don't. Like if I don't like you, it's just like fuck off. Like
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
have so much shit to do other than think of you.
Yeah. But you got the Ben speaking is the hold on, let me actually Ben speaking is the equivalent of chronic explosive diarrhea.
You know what, PetSmart? That's it. Diarrhea or projectile vomit was exactly what came to mind. And then you had to say it.
Yeah. Ben Shapiro, projectile diarrhea. I mean, how is that not the go-to? I don't know. I'm not a hateful bigot.
I honestly will never get it. Despite having been one of those people myself, I will never again get how you can hate people so much that their very existence is the only thing that occupies your mind.
Yeah, I mean, it's not even like just their existence. It's like if they exist, I must know that they are suffering, and we must do everything possible to keep them down. I just, I
Well,
don't
I
know. For
mean,
me, it's just like I see another human being, and I'm like, are you happy? You know, and if not, why not? Like, let's talk this through. I mean,
well,
to
Look,
like see a happy person, you know, it's just like, oh, you're not dating the opposite sex. I must punish you. Like, what the
by
I
the
fuck?
way,
don't have
here's
enough
my
energy.
thing.
I just
Like,
want to say hi to that random person. Oh, it must be a Jen.
But like, okay, so I want to try to figure it out as vain and hopeless as a feat it may be that I'm trying to accomplish in a live stream while intoxicated. It, to hate someone so much that your mind constantly dwells on them. Like, if you know for a fact that the F slur you're talking about is going to hell, as ridiculous as a concept as that is, why are you going to make their short existence in the face of eternity miserable?
Because you're an evil, insensitive, no compassion human being.
I mean, you have to be a worthless piece of shit to do that. Even in the eyes of something as hateful as the Christian or the Abrahamic God, honestly, I don't understand how even something as hateful as the Abrahamic God can look at you and be like, no, you did good by making that gay 12-year-old hang himself. I mean, how is that looked on with pride? I don't get it.
Something, Jesus.
Jesus said not a fuck, and I know you're being as sarcastic as I would be with that, but Jesus never said a fucking word about gay kids. He never said a word about trans kids.
Although he did like to I guess sleep with naked boys.
Probably. I mean,
it's in the Bible, literally. He when he was I can't remember if I think it might be Matthew's version, but there was one little sentence when he was captured by the Romans about a naked boy wrapped in a sheet running away from where Jesus was in the same room, which is bizarre. But that's what it says.
I'm gonna have to look that up.
That he has an overall lifestyle or desire did that with other kids. Once you can't make that judgment out of one sentence. It may be true, but you can't make that judgment out of one sentence.
Well, it's all made up anyway. So I mean, it's all hypothetical.
Well, okay.
It's just ironic that they would put something like that in there about their God. And probably what it was is there was some other tradition that was written, and then when they tried to consolidate all those, they don't want to throw anything out, so they just stuck it in there, and so it looks even more ridiculous than it could have ever possibly looked from the original author that wrote about that. So we have no idea what was written about that. I mean, it may have been he was healing the kid or something like that. We have no idea. And once again, the earliest writings we have was at the very minimum 20 years after the events occurred, and they were of course written by people that did not witness them. So everything we have is what people put on the lips of Jesus.
See, the other question I have, I could be wrong. I'm kind of accepting what my fiance said at face value. Washing the feet of another man in biblical times was a euphemism for homosexuality.
I don't know
I don't
anything
know.
about that.
Yeah, I don't know where
have
that
never
would
heard
come
that.
from.
Yeah.
Where
The,
did
the
you-
only
where did you hear
person
that
I've ever heard that from is Alex. And as much as I'm willing to accept it as what actually is a thing, I don't know. I haven't looked into it for myself. I don't know if it's actually an idiom that covers up for people being gay. But I mean, supposing for a second it's true.
I was
There
always
are
taught that
multiple
the
times.
washing of someone's feet was a symbol of humility, of humbling yourself to another person, and it's essentially honoring that person because you're willing to humble yourself in front of them, regardless of their station in life.
Yeah,
Here's an
and
interesting
that's
fact.
what I was always taught.
Most people are not aware that no Romans were gay. There was not one gay Roman. Really,
Is that
it's
kinda-
true. Now,
Is that the
men
same
had
as
sexual-
there haven't been no gay Chinese people? Because they say that too.
Oh,
Well,
really?
no, hear me out here. Hear me out here. I'm very serious. There were
Okay.
no gay Romans, and the reason is yes, people were sexual beings, much like a lot of our community. They were just sexual beings. There was not that attachment or understanding of identity that we have today with being a man or being a woman. There was no sexual identity, so they basically they were sexual beings. There wasn't the concept of this is a man, this is a woman's place, or whatever, except for in the fact of the Christian respect of misogyny.
Well, I mean, if you're just talking about generals, that's one thing.
But nowadays we have identities associated with sexuality, and they just didn't have that at the time. So there wasn't such thing as being gay. It was, they liked who they liked.
I can't speak about the gay thing because I haven't really looked at that. But I think it's clear that throughout history, in many, 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 if not all cultures, there was a subservience and stereotypic roles assigned to males or females based on their gender.
Well, I mean, even today, there are the only tribes that I'm aware of today that are matriarchal are African tribes that have roughly zero contact with modern humanity. And these are tribes that thrive, by the way, on precisely the opposite of what we operate on. So like people like Jen, Perp, Maya, Mage, I don't know what your identity is beyond
Petro.
Mage. Metro?
Petro.
Petro, okay.
Heterosexual.
Okay. I don't know what you identify as beyond that, but in these matriarchal cultures, I would not be running the show, and neither would David.
No, it's interesting. It was one of the Plains Indians. I want to say Apache, but I could be wrong. But literally, the women could just put off their quote husband if he did not get her pregnant. And there was like after a year or whatever, she just basically put him off and went and got another guy that could get her pregnant. And that was the culture. She could, if her husband did not satisfy her, she could dump him.
Yeah. I don't remember which tribe it was, but one of the Native American tribes, all a woman had to do to get a divorce was to put her husband's belongings outside of the tent.
And that was it.
That if he came home and his stuff was on the front lawn, he was divorced.
Well, that kind of works today too.
Yeah, but the tribe recognized that as like the legal status.
Could you please not tell my wife about this?
So Heat Shield says, I'm not so sure that saying gay didn't exist in the past would fly very far if you put out opinion into the general public.
Absolutely, you're right. You're right. People wouldn't
Again,
understand
the
that because
general
we do have
public-
that sexual identity. Go ahead.
No,
Go ahead,
you were talking first.
Nowadays, we do associate sex with identity and gender and so forth, but back then in that time, actually, they did not. And there's one story of, it was a one of the vassal kings or whatever, that his soldiers kind of made fun of him, not because for having gay sex or anything. It's just that they figured the emperor was the top, and so they made fun of their own king because he was they pretty much thought he was the bottom, of course, because he was subservient to the emperor himself. So it's very interesting, but it wasn't anything about gay sex. It was about power.
That makes sense.
I was always-
personally, I'm interested in the Amazon position.
I was always taught that. I'm sorry, I forget if it was Roman or Greek. I'm pretty sure it was Roman. That there was one particular division or whatever of their armies. I don't know how formalized they were. That was exclusively gay men, and that they were also considered to be the toughest, scariest, most successful, dangerous soldiers out there. And that they were.
I remember hearing about that. Yes, you're correct.
Actually, what I had heard, it wasn't necessarily one particular division. It was just that they encouraged the soldiers to have sex with each other because they thought they would fight harder for their lover than they would just for the guy they were with.
Mhm.
I did hear that.
The old film Spartacus, if you watch that with this in mind, I think you'll see that film is primarily a gay film. You got to just watch the scenes and have this in mind, and you'll see. Oh yeah.
Oh.
Ooh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to shut us down.
Oh no, that's okay. I can't remember there's a comedian that made a pretty similar point. You know, I mean, I'm trying to remember how the joke went. Because it was something against Don't Ask, Don't Tell, or being against gays not being allowed in the military generally here in America. You know, I personally would rather the person next to me wanted to have me, because I know for a fact that person is just gonna fucking free fire on everybody and just go nuts and KO everyone else if I go down. Because I mean that's someone that actually gives a damn about me. You know, someone who's willing to put their self on the line to I don't know, I kind of lost my train of thought. But I mean, if there was a dude on the line who had a crush on me, I want to stay close to that dude.
I get what you're talking about.
And this even comes from me as this was when I was coming out of my anti-gay Republican phase. I was still a Republican, but I was coming out of the anti-gay thing. You know, and I got a email from the Department of Defense. They were looking for perspectives of people in the armed forces, and I straight out said I would rather have a gay man that gave a damn about my well-being than a straight person that didn't, standing to my left or right.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Did that
Why?
piss off the-
Because that motherfucker's gonna actually fight for me as
Did
hard
that
as I
piss the other person off?
Huh?
Did that piss the other person off?
Well, this was a email with the Department of Defense generally.
Oh, okay.
I have no idea what the opinion of the person reading it was. But what I said is a statement of fact.
Hmm.
For everyone in the military, whether they realize it or not, you want someone who gives a damn about you standing next to you on either side in combat. Because if you don't have someone who gives a damn about you standing on either side of you in combat, you're going to go down and you're just going to lay there.
Mhm.
I have heard it described that in war, you are no longer when you're actually in the heat of battle, you're no longer fighting for the goals of the nation or the morality of the nation. You're fighting for the guy next to you.
Mm-hmm.
And we can see this today in the Russian-Ukrainian war. The Russians, they are just slopped together with different people that aren't even trained. They are not units, and they don't care about each other, and people die because of it. Whereas the Ukrainians, they're fighting for their country and their countrymen, and they care about their people, and they actually do not have that desertion and so forth with that jeopardizes the entire unit mid battle.
Yeah. A side note, as I've been anti-war since Vietnam, and I'm primarily a pacifist, I guess, but there's a certain amount of gross satisfaction out of watching the Ukrainians, and with the far superior technology that they've been supplied with, that isn't even our best technology, by the way, are just absolutely kicking ass, and that they deserve to be winning because they were invaded by a prick and who's just interested in murder and mayhem. And it's a good feeling, and I hate to say that.
Yeah.
But
Well,
The very sad
part of
thing
what-
here is by this time next year, there's likely to be more Russians dead than there was all of the people that died in World War II.
At this point,
That's the thing.
oh, Heat
you said-
Shield! I just have to say hi to Heat Shield. Hi, Heat Shield! I haven't seen you in like a year or two. Good to see you're still around. Kiss,
so
kiss.
there's actually something Heat Shield said that I would like to address. I know where you're going with that. Just don't underestimate brotherly love. I get that it's at least as powerful as sexual attraction. I came into the military not expecting any kind of I kind of expected it, the brotherly or fraternal or whatever kind of connection with other people. ignore whatever noise that is at my door. It doesn't matter. But it's I don't necessarily mean just sexual attraction. What I'm saying is, and I probably phrase this badly, I would rather have a gay person next to me in the heat of combat that gave a damn about me than a straight person who didn't.
It's the give a damn part that matters.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, giving a damn really is important. So, there was a dude in my team in tech school when we were learning how to be cops in the Air Force. This dude, I knew for a fact he gave a damn about me. He wasn't sexually attracted to me at all, but he and I were brothers in arms. And I knew for a fact if I went down, he would not only use his own body to cover me, but he would spend all of his ammo to protect me. I knew it for a fact. You know, and this dude, my brother, I loved him. And I can tell you for a fact that he loved me because of how we treated each other in and out of training scenarios, in and out of professional situations. We loved each other. He was my brother. I loved him. I was his brother. He loved me. I just want it to be completely clear that it has nothing to do with his gayness, my straightness, anyone else's gayness, or anyone else's straightness. What matters is the connection that exists. Right? And you will fight harder for someone you care about. That's really all I have to say is
Every soldier I've ever heard speak about it in person or in the media talks about, as you go through basic and your stint in the military with the same group of guys, you develop that closeness, that bonding that they indeed become family, and that you're there to again fight for your brother. That's what matters to you, not the morality or intent of the country. But once you're there and the firefight starts, your brother is what matters because you matter to them.
yeah. I mean, if it was me and another person in a doorway that was about to take fire, there's a grip on the back of the armor that people wear. I would grab whoever that was in front of me, throw them over. You know, and this is a common thing, I think, in the military when it comes to combat. It's what's common is wanting to protect the other person. You know, and it's because of this kinship that you develop with other people. And I think the military kind of does this intentionally, but it's a very human thing. You know, you want to protect the person next to you. And you'll do anything for them. It's not okay. Hold on. Heat Shield's got something for me. The connection, you made the connection relying on sexual orientation, and I think that's wrong. Okay. Yeah. You're right. You're right, Heat Shield. the way I worded it originally was not great.
Well, I think it was
it-
fine for the way what was being said at the time. We were talking about,
Yeah.
crazy people who, value the opinion of their imaginary friend over actual people. And, that's what you're speaking towards. I think, when you take it out of context, I mean, it's very different, when applied to real life. Yeah, this is your buddy. And hopefully you wouldn't care about his sexual orientation. We're all on the same team on the battlefield. And, you would fight just as hard for him as you would anyone. So I think, when we're comparing apples to apples, I think you're being consistent.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, and there actually was, I was given this opportunity in real life, just not deadly. So the particular person that I'm talking about, that at the time I saw as a brother, and he and I said I love you fairly regularly. And it would have been platonic because neither of us were sexually or romantically interested in each other. But he got stationed at a place in Italy. Honestly, I don't remember where. But he was doing a temporary duty assignment where I was at. And we went out against his orders. Fake cough. And got into a fight. And yeah, I'm sorry I don't remember you, Heat Shield. It's just I haven't seen you in my chats for a minute.
Oh, don't feel bad. I mean, the more important thing is Heat Shield's here, and you remember me. So
Yeah.
all the important things are all here.
Fair.
Oh, Heat Shield, I wanted to congratulate you then on your performance on the Orion capsule. You really did a good job.
What happened?
Heat Shield capsule.
Canceled?
Capsule.
No, capsule, space travel,
Re-entry.
protecting astronauts from
Re-entry.
heat of
Heat
re-entry.
Shield keeps them alive. That kind of thing.
So
Yeah.
somebody shot Heat Shield into space, and we let him. What are we talking about?
No. It was,
Yeah,
it was a
exactly.
joke. The Orion capsule went up to the moon after being launched from Cape Canaveral. And when it comes back, to help it not burn up and re-enters the Earth, it has a heat shield.
Oh. Okay. These are things I know. I was just like,
She did a very good job this time. It was a completely new design and concept for a heat shield, and it worked out very well, apparently.
Beautiful.
It's okay. Everyone crossed the finish line on the team.
I was like, just talk very slowly and pretend like I'm 5. Thank you, Jenny.
So out of curiosity, Maya, would you like to appear on my channel for an apostate interview?
An apostate interview? Don't you have to be a Jehovah's Witness to be an apostate?
No.
Okay.
You can be an apostate from any religion whatsoever. Also, mage, this applies to you.
Yeah.
Because, Jenny, I think I've had you on, have I?
I don't recall, honestly.
No? Okay,
No,
well...
But I'm boring. You don't want me.
Are you sure?
No, I'll do whatever you'd like.
I mean, if you want to be interviewed, I'll interview you.
Oh no, fine. I'm fine talking about my hatred for religion.
Legit.
Hey Neil, how you doing?
I haven't seen Neil in my chat for a little bit.
I know it's a rare needle sighting. I mean, you know, outside of the like 5 times a
Sorry,
week you see him on his
but
own
I
stream.
do remember. I see Neil streaming regularly. I mean, I get a lot of my notifications on YouTube are for him going live.
Well, he was doing 3 shows a week.
Technically
Yeah.
6.
Yeah, well, 3 shows and then 3 after parties.
Yeah.
See, my channel, I don't do a show. I only do the after party.
Oh. But I'd be happy to have Neil on my channel again for another interview because I mean it's been a couple of years.
Oh, I didn't know you had interviewed Neil.
Hmm?
I didn't know you interviewed Neil.
Yeah, long ago. I mean it's been what, Neil? I think 3 years now.
Everybody should get Neil on their show. He's not only interesting and smart, but he's really cute.
I mean, smarter than me.
Yeah, Neil.
And I have a high opinion of
which...
my own intellect.
Yeah, it was on Neil. I can't remember who it was an after party, and Neil was showing himself in the 80s. And it's like, holy shit, you look like Freddie Mercury. And he's like, thanks, I think. And I'm like, what the fuck do you mean you think? Like, Freddie Mercury was walking sex.
He was. I mean, he was walking gay sex because that's all he was interested in, but...
Look, he's a ladies' man, he's a man's man. Like, he's Freddie freaking Mercury. How do you not love the guy? I think he's hot.
I mean,
I love Neil. He can look rough and tough, you know, just by his appearance, and he is such a gentle soul.
He's such a teddy bear.
I mean, the mustache by itself puts me off, but yeah, no, I mean, no, I could see Neil as like a modern age straight Freddie Mercury or bisexual. I don't know what Neil's inclinations are.
Oh my god,
Great
Neil.
bisexual.
Okay, see, you got to come on the stream and show your pics. Oh my gosh, they doubt me. Don't let it stay. Don't let that stay. Anyways, Neil is still sexy, and we're gonna put a pin in, and one day I'll go back to Neil's stream when
How many
I'm
people
not like
can you
ready
have on
to
this stream?
like pass out after work.
How many can you have on this stream, Bub?
6 because I'm not
Okay.
paying. I'm not paying StreamYard.
Yeah. I know.
Well, I'm going to drop out here so I can wind down for the night anyway.
Yeah, it's 2.
All
I should
right.
probably be hopping off. But I'll be listening. I'll be giving you the views, and I hit the like button. And everyone else should hit the button as well. That's sound advice.
Okay, good
Everybody
night,
should
all.
listen to Maya.
Nice to meet you, Maya.
Nice to
meet you
see
too.
you again, Maya.
Oh, always a pleasure, Jenny. Nice to see you too. Bye.
All right. Well, Neil, I can speak. Don't judge me. Neil, if you would like to come on, I put the link in multiple group chats, none of which have anything going on except for one. So that's the thing. Yeah. Oh, and the one that has something going on is not relevant. Take it easy, Heat Shield.
Goodbye, Heat.
So, if you would like to come on, I will happily bring you in. I can speak, I promise.
Foreign words with
English is my first language.
foreign words with nouns, pronouns, and get some fancy
Right.
stuff going.
Okay, first of all, I don't believe in pronouns. If you refer to my Lord Jesus with pronouns,
Oh God, is she nuts or what?
we're
Laverne
hold on,
Spicer.
because there's a few people that said that. Are we talking about Laverne Spicer,
Yep,
MTG,
absolutely.
or Bobo?
No, we're
Yeah,
talking
it
about
sounded
Laverne.
like Bobo to me.
Laverne has said
It
several
was
times
Laverne
that
Spicer. Yeah,
there are no pronouns in the Bible.
yeah.
Really?
Preponderance of references to pronouns. Come
How
on.
can
Hey,
she
Bob.
say something so stupid?
Lauren is actually my representative, and the only reason I voted was to vote against her.
Oh.
That's a shame,
I
though.
had a chance to vote against what's that shit ass fucker's name in Ohio? Jim Jordan.
Oh,
I voted against him. Jinju. I am he. Exactly the one I was thinking of. I am he. Jesus' words. Pronouns. If Jesus had a Twitter, his pronouns in the bio, which he would put in, are he, him, his.
Yep.
Just chucking that out there.
But somebody was on Twitter saying them not to use pronouns with Jesus, and I was like, yeah, he wouldn't like it.
Mm-hmm. Jesus. People are so stupid. What are pronouns? This is something you learn in second grade at the latest.
Well, at least you know what level of education they have.
Fair. You got me, Mage. I mean, we're talking about people that are so stupid they didn't get past second grade. That's something.
yeah, that's all right though. They can still become Republican politicians.
Yeah.
Easily. I mean, look at Matt Gates.
Oh, jeez.
I mean,
Look at-
what's his nickname? Rapey McForehead?
Yes.
Literally, that's his nickname. Is Rapey McForehead. And then you got Neil here who says, change it to I am he, his, him.
I don't understand why they don't take that Matt Gates down. You know, they have his buddy who supposedly turned state's evidence, and they've got witnesses on Gates and everything. Why aren't they taking him down?
Because he's got power. He's
hated.
got power in the right places. That's
He's
what
like
matters.
Cruz. Everybody hates him except Lauren Boebert because he got her a bunch of money.
Yeah. I mean, shit. Did you see the recent quarrel between Bobo and Green?
Who's Bobo?
Lauren Boebert. Sorry.
Oh, okay. And Green. Oh, MTG. Yeah. Uh-huh. But they're kissing and making up now.
Oh,
They're going for the Republican solidarity thing.
So what? Bobo suddenly believes that Jewish space lasers are a thing?
No, it was they kind of sidestepped that whole thing and went right to the kissy makeup because we're Republicans. Because the Democrats are a more important fight than each other. That kind of thing.
I mean, if Bobo had more of an ass, I'd be interested in watching that kiss and make up, but she doesn't.
Hey, I disagree there. She does have the assets. That's it. I think she might think with it too, though.
Geez, I don't find her attractive at all on any
You
level.
haven't, Dave, you haven't seen Lauren Boebert's non-existent ass.
You haven't seen my non-existent ass.
Well, if it's non-existent, of course you can't see it.
Yeah, mine barely exists.
Well, at least your ass has something in common with God.
Let's see. Hang on a second. We got pronouns are just labels we use for people that we have no idea what their names are. So at bare minimum, that's totally true. If I don't know someone's pronouns, I'll say they them. 100%. Boober, there's an
Diana.
IQ verging on negative numbers. Yes.
I'm just so depressed that she won, by only 500 votes.
Yeah.
I hope the Democrats out there are embarrassed.
Yeah. Then you got Neil. Jewish space lasers are a secret, and he would know because he was raised by Jews. Diana, we have a moo. Unfortunately, I will be right back because I am drinking. I have to urinate. So please feel free to speak amongst yourselves.
Don't you just have an empty bottle there you could use?
I only
have
had half
empty
of
cans, and I can't see through those.
All right.
I only had half a glass.
I
I'm
tried.
good.
I'll still never forget the time that what's his name, English idiot guy, flat earther, pissed in a
Yep.
bottle in the middle of his stream, and everybody could hear it. Oh man. God, what is that dude's name?
So I'm kind of excited. I started up a new YouTube channel, Use of Farce. Not use of force, but use of farce. And I've started doing the auditing thing. And so being that I have 15 years law enforcement experience, it puts me in a little bit different place and from a different perspective of your common First Amendment auditors. So on that channel, I'm going to be doing two different ongoing series, How to Cop and How to Audit. And I am going to advise both the police and the auditors on, just different things. So kind of excited about that. That's actually what I was working on. Then I saw Bub was on and I was like, what's the title of this? Fuck it all. It gave me an excuse to not work anymore.
I gotta get a video together for next Tuesday.
I'm actually kind of wondering if Diana would like to join for the night or if she just wants to wind down. I can't tell.
Well, do you want to come in here, Diana?
Well, I mean, Neil just called her a slacker, so
Well, you have the
probably
you have
go
the
to
stream
bed.
you have the Streamlabs links in her DM group, so she can come in if she wants.
Okay.
Neil is still out there.
Neil's
Yeah.
he's
Hey,
playing
Neil,
along.
Neil and Diana. Perp and I are doing a bunch of different slots that haven't gotten filled for the 24-hour thing, and I've been kind of looking for people who can come in as guests on the panel that we can, do some kind of half-baked interviewing as along with shooting the shit. I'd love to know if either of you are interested, and could we get you in for a couple of hours on Christmas Eve day or Christmas Day?
Diane, if you just, wow, I'm bad. I am bad with names. Diana, if you look in the Lavender Lady DM group, it's the last thing that was sent.
Okay, Diana, where do I contact you? I write things in Twitter, and it's like they sit there forever and you never read them. How can I hide while I get a hold of you dependably?
That's been going on for years.
All right,
But she
Neil,
does respond.
that's all right. I still love you. No, I don't love you. I lust for you. Okay, never mind.
We all love Diana.
Yikes. Hashtag confessional. No, Diana's a delight.
Actually, Diana really had a profound effect on my life, particularly like when I came out as pan and so forth. She just made it easy for me to be who I am, and I so appreciate that.
The Lavender Lady herself.
Oh,
How's it going?
Oh, let's see what's going on. I'm trying to figure out how to listen to you kids. This isn't working.
Well, what's important is that there's a kitty there, and we
I
see
tell
a
you
tail.
what, let me grab my ears out of
Okay.
my bag, and I'll be right back with you.
Okay.
so
Oh, my word.
while I was at my friend's
Okay.
getting exchanging gifts, so I got
Are they
a
in here, or are they in the other bag?
I got a flashlight that you wear around your neck.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
That's kind of interesting.
yeah, it is kind of interesting. It's good for
They're in the other
reading,
bag.
or
Okay.
if you need to go out into a dark area, you don't have to carry a flashlight. You can just put it on around your neck.
There's this
Oh, yeah.
headband light that's doing ads on Twitter that you see. They have one of those long LEDs that lights up the whole strip, and that's what's in the front, across most of your forehead, and it looks like it would be really very bright and very useful because it's so
There they
lightweight.
are.
When I was in
There's
the car biz,
yours.
I used to have a headlight, but it was so heavy, because it wasn't LED. It was just very impractical because you always had to be adjusting it, and it was so big it got in the way. And this one looks kind of cool, but I don't need one anymore.
Okay, so Jen, Sylvia is going to pick up on demanding treats. Demanding. Sylvia demands the treats.
Why isn't...
Maybe you don't understand how cats work. That's okay.
Why isn't this working?
Well,
Still having trouble with that thing, huh?
most cats aren't worth the fur they're printed on.
You talking shit about my princess kittens, Jenny?
No,
Oh, wait a minute,
no,
wait a
not
minute,
yours.
wait a
Just
minute,
cats in
wait a minute.
general, not yours specifically. I'm sure that yours are specifically are very, very kind and lovely animals, but just in general.
There we go.
So you're saying cats are generally assholes?
Oh, they're definitely generally assholes, but my princesses, however.
Honey,
I like cats. You know, they're really actually okay creatures. I'm impressed with their physicality and things that they can do. It's really quite amazing, and they can be very cute and funny. But they use the litter box and then jump on your kitchen counters.
Yes, yes.
So you're not coming into my house.
Well, what's nice about this period of the year is Sylvia finally gets under the covers and snuggles with me because she's
Well, just-
cold.
Well, just remember when a cat or dog licks, you just think of where their tongue's been.
Yeah. So how's everybody doing?
I exchanged some gifts with a friend earlier today.
Oh, yay! That's always nice.
I haven't frozen to death yet.
That's well,
Well,
I
keep
don't know.
trying.
yeah.
We'll get there.
I don't know if freezing is intolerable or not. I've come close, but I have not frozen.
Well, they say that you basically fall asleep.
That would be nice. I'd
and then
like
it's all
that.
over. I did have a really bad experience a couple days ago. The ice and snow here. I fell down
Oh no!
in my front yard here.
Oh
The
no!
parkway between the sidewalk and the street, and I couldn't get up, and I laid there for like a half an hour.
Oh Jesus!
I'm not sure exactly how long I was there, but it felt like a half an hour before anybody noticed or realized that I wasn't getting up and offered some assistance. I just could not stand up on my own. It's part of what's wrong with me, why I walk funny and have a cane.
What was it? A blood pressure thing, or?
No, it was I slipped on the ice and shit.
Well, I mean, the reason you couldn't get up.
Well, I even though they replaced my hips aren't exactly where they should be. My knees are completely shot. I got one bad ankle.
Oh God!
I'm fat.
You need a significant chunk of Joe Biden's infrastructure funding, huh?
Yeah, I could use a couple new supports.
Yeah. Oh God.
Hey, everybody. Speaking of Joe Biden's infrastructure spending, I've been hearing electrical pops around where I live. So what I need to do is unfortunately cut off the stream and start getting the animals into the proper house, because that probably means that power where I am at is about to go out. So
Oh,
All right,
great!
I know how that goes. Yeah. All right.
yeah.
Oh,
So
Yeah,
well.
get your computer shut down while you can.
Well,
yeah, I
bundle
now
up,
get the
kid.
joy of waking up Alex.
Bundle up, kids. Don't freeze to death.
Yeah. So
Oh, sorry, I
Yeah.
got here so late. Damn.
that's okay. I appreciate everybody that came in. Yada yada, etc. Thank you everybody for coming in. I have to close down and move all the animals to make sure everyone stays okay. So
Okay then, honey.
we'll see everybody again when I see you.
Take care, Beth.
I don't remember if I have a slot reserved for tomorrow. I do have one reserved for Sunday. It overlaps my regular show for the Christmas marathon, and then Jenny, I'm available. Anybody needs me. I'm not doing anything all weekend, so just
Okay.
dialysis on Saturday. That's all.
Would you please go on Twitter and give me